Grand Rising, back once again. Watch Trump, Beijing, Jing, Iran. It's like a popsicle, the rocket ice cream. Look, Iran and the red talks are on the way with the U.S. 2 hours ago. President Xi, 1 hour ago. It's like a rocket icicle pop. Red, white, and blue. Everywhere. No pun intended. Watch. Get this double dose. Tariffs. Talks with Iran. Who's first? This is the Verdano channel. This is pulled from Forbes. That would be pulled from Fox. 31K, 22K. Fox, Forbes. Without further ado, President Ping and President Trump from Forbes. Let's hear it. Fair use.
We're talking to a lot of countries, and ultimately, we pretty much can do what we want to do, but we want to be fair. We can set the tariff, and they can choose not to deal with us, or they can choose to pay it, and that's where we are. We can set the tariff, or we can do it a number of different ways, but that seems to be appropriate. And they can pay it or negotiate it, or they can not pay it. They can just say we can't do business with them. If they think it's too high, they don't have to do business with it. But I don't think anybody would think that.
Is 10% the floor, Mr. President?
Pretty close, yeah. There could be a couple of exceptions for obvious reasons, but I would say 10% is the floor.
Are you wanting to get to the table with China, or are you comfortable with the tariffs where they're at right now?
Honestly, I'm very comfortable now, but I've always gotten along well with President Xi. We had a good relationship, very good, and I think something positive is going to come out of it.
Are you done with that level? Their last response, I think, brought theirs to
We'll see what happens. I mean, look, China is it's a very big, great country. It's a very good leader, very smart leader. It's a different form of leadership. It's a different form of government. But they certainly are big. But, that should have been done. What I've done should have been done by past presidents for many, many years. That they allowed this to happen. You could say that about more recently about how do you let people pour into our country like Biden allowed to happen. It's a big focus. We now have the best water we've had ever. But, how do you allow that to happen? It would have been stopped so easily. He didn't need legislation. The expression, just needed a new president. We have now the best water that we've ever had. Mr. President. Okay, yeah, please.
All right. Okay, now we're going down. I'm not cutting it off, yo. It's raw and uncut. Most people don't do that. Try to be perfect with their videos. There we go. Raw and uncut here. You already know. Okay, there you go. Iran. Fox News. Fair use. Iran says indirect talks are on the way with the U.S. Fox News channel. Fair use. 23K. This is the Verdano channel. Watch.
I'm Dan Oliver, the owner and
Wait a minute.
founder of Dan O Seasoning. I've helped Dano grow from a one-man show to 45 team members in Louisville, Kentucky. Now we're going to be in 20,000 grocery stores nationwide.
There you go. Right.
Okay, so indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran are underway in Oman. Negotiations come as a new report says the threat from Tehran's rogue program has risen to extreme danger.
Dana Marie McNichols is live with the latest on this story. Dana Marie, good morning. Tell us what's going on.
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, Iran's foreign ministry just announced this morning that those talks have begun, but they indicated and they made it a point that they are indirect talks, which means that they will be happening in separate rooms. Now, last night on Air Force One, as President Trump was coming down here to Florida, he mentioned these negotiations.
I want them not to have a nuclear weapon. I want Iran to be a wonderful, great, happy country. But they can't have a nuclear weapon. And we're negotiating with them on Saturday. We have a big meeting with them.
The White House says the ultimate goal is to ensure that Iran never obtains a nuclear weapon. President Trump has said Iran must make a deal quickly or face potential military strikes. We also heard the president say this week that the situation with Iran is entering, quote, dangerous territory as the time is ticking to stop Iran from making nuclear bombs. Now, the Iran threat Geiger counter says that Tehran's atomic weapons system has reached the highest level. That's extremely dangerous because of their ability to produce high amounts of enriched uranium to build nuclear weapons quickly. Now, meanwhile, the White House says more than 75 countries have been in touch to negotiate over President Trump's tariffs, with 15 offers on the table.
Phones have been ringing off the hook to make deals, and these countries wisely heeded President Trump's warning not to retaliate, and as a result, they were rewarded with a 90-day pause and substantially lower reciprocal tariff rates during this period so potential solutions can be achieved.
China announced 125% duties on American imports in response to the Trump administration's 145% tariffs on Chinese goods. Now, although it doesn't appear that China is one of those countries with an offer on the table, the White House says the president is optimistic that U.S. and China can strike a deal.